Don't worry, she's fine. At least I think she's fine. Half of her soul is just living in her gadgets. She's a digital native, and I think you are too. That's why you're here, right? Her anxieties call me to keep her calm and keep her sane. So I have to make sure in this world here, I cook and consume so that she's sane. And let me show you what I do.
Hi guys, hello. It's been a while and I have this on top of my head because there was a lot of frizz and I didn't want you to focus on that, but now I told you, so you are going to focus on that. Let's be so for real. Anyway, I am going to talk about my media consumption for the month of June, and I'm going to do this for the next 12 months, and then we'll draw conclusions out of what I'm feeding my brain and is it as good as I think it is. I want my consumption patterns to be intentional by the end of next June, but the issue is I don't even know what I'm consuming. So you will hear 2 cents about what I think of these media bites. They include TV shows, movies, books, podcasts, you name it. I do not meticulously track everything that I consume because I'm not crazy, but I do want to be intentional with my media consumption, and I urge you to do so as well. The 3 main questions that I want to ask myself every month. 1, why did I consume what I consumed? This is such an important question because this is where the intention kicks in. I knew this about myself. I knew I was a very emotional consumer. Like, if I don't have the bandwidth to take in a lot of information, or if my life is too crazy or I have too much going on, I would rather watch a shitty reality TV show. And you might look at this list and tell me that I'm tasteless, and that's completely fine by me because everything that I watch and consume is actually controlled by my mind and my emotions. The second question is, how am I discovering what I want to watch, or how am I deciding what I want to watch? You'll be surprised, this month I actually got a lot of recommendations from friends. Besides that, I usually lean into watching shorts or reels and then discovering something out of it, and I'm not proud of it, but that's the easy way to go, right? But this month, that's how I found all of my media, and I'm kind of proud of it. I'm proud that I took these recommendations to heart. The last question I want to ask myself every month is, was I an active or a passive consumer? This is embarrassing. Because I went to media school. I am a passive consumer. I literally have a show on and I'm playing and gaming on the computer as the show goes on. But I'm sorry, I love multiple sources of dopamine, and I know I'm disrespecting the art in front of me, and I don't want to do that anymore. By the end of this, I want to turn into an active consumer who actually is sitting down in front of the screen and watching something if she's watching something. If I'm listening to music, okay, I'm allowed to run or walk, but I'm focusing on the lyrics, I'm focusing on everything. One last thing, these are going to be 1-minute reviews because I have 37 bites or pieces of media that I want to discuss, listed in terms of courses of food, and how I'm reviewing is what nutrients they give my brain. Okay, let's start with course 1. It was TV shows and movies. The first TV show that I watched was Adults. Context, I love TV shows better than movies because I feel like I'm in that world, and I'm immersed and I feel like I'm a character in the show. It gives me so much insight into each character. Usually 2 hours isn't enough for me. I usually gravitate towards TV shows. So the first one was Adult. I found it super entertaining. I would revisit it and I would recommend it to everyone. What I mean when I say attention is how much I was glued on to the television or glued on to the medium itself, and how much attention I needed to understand it and immerse myself in it. I'd give this a 3 on 5. Retention is how much information I retain, and if I understand and retain the plot points and I can talk about it. I retain a lot of it because it was a pretty easy show to understand. A 4 for me. My thoughts on this, guys, we need a season 2. I got on this because of Owen Thiel's podcast, and then I started watching the show like twice before I actually got into it. If you pay attention to the first episode and get the dynamic between each character, you will successfully enjoy the show because it portrays adulthood in such a raw manner. Like, all of these people are just people. They're trying to be good, but they're inherently, like, sometimes they're bad. There was not one character that I absolutely related to. It was more so some traits in everyone. And I love that it's so raw, and I love that it's not romanticizing life. We need a season 2, thank you. The second one is I Love LA, and I was drained and entertained after watching this. I would revisit for season 2. Attention wise, it was a 2. I didn't need to sit there and really watch it. I retained a lot of the information that I probably didn't need to know. I think this show makes you feel awkward sometimes and makes you feel grateful for the simple life that you have. It's really well done. I think it's a really good satirical image of how the influencers world works. But overall thought, I'm genuinely really scared of LA after watching this show. But I don't know if I'd recommend. I don't know if anyone wants this much drama in their life. The third show is not suitable for work. And I actually ended I Love LA, and then Disney Plus was like, you know what? It was not suitable for work. Honestly, extremely entertaining. Right up my alley when I ask for a show that's not too much on my brain. I will revisit for a second season. Honestly, the cliffhanger wanted me to have a second season immediately, and I don't know if a second season has been picked up, which is sad. I recommend this if you are feeling tired, want to be entertained, and want to laugh and also gasp and relate. My thoughts, this was written by Mindy Kaling, and I knew her from the beginning. She has this writing style that all of us should recognize by now. There are always certain archetypes. The color grading in all her shows are so similar, and she has a lot of representation in her shows. It's just a fun watch, you know. And then I watched Desi Bling. Listen, my guilty pleasure is reality TV, but I refuse to get into it unless someone forces me to. That's how I watched Dubai Bling, honestly. My friends kept sending me reels of that one dude being aggressive towards chairs in a room full of no one. So I was convinced to watch. But I was furious when I watched it. I didn't want to watch it. It's a waste of my time. And the thing about me is, like, I have to finish the season at least. I mean, I skipped a lot of it, okay? Was I inspired, drained, entertained? None. Entertained, but I was furious. I was detained to watch this show. So many misogynist comments that were made, and will I rewatch, revisit, recommend? Probably none, unless one of my friends recommend the second season again. And attention, you needed none. Like, I could guess the whole storyline after the first episode. Yeah, and then retention, I remember everything. I remember all the details. You can literally sit me in a pub quiz and I know everything about the show, even though I didn't want to. It's taking a lot of space in my brain, bro. People who know me know that I don't read too much, and I'm ashamed of it. But I also have gotten into reading these days. It's not hard, but it's not relaxing because I don't read a lot of fiction. I like my self-help books, I like memoirs. I'm trying, okay? So the second course is books, articles, and newsletters. The first one is the Dud Avocado. And I was actually looking for book talk podcasts, and I found one. It's a fiction, a woman in Paris, just writing her chronicles. It's a light read, so I picked it up. It's entertaining. So I usually go for one entertaining book, like one light read and one heavy read. I think this is something I do in all the genres. It's pretty entertaining. I don't know if I will reread this one. I don't know if I will revisit it. I don't know if I want to recommend it because I haven't finished it. I do a lot of academic reading. Reading beyond that just seems like a chore to me. So the books are to be decided. The second one is Staying Alive by Vandana Shiva. I'm obsessed with her. I'm genuinely so inspired by her. I might cry right now. This book is an exploration of how colonialism has literally fragmented societies and especially women. It's a ecofeminism based book. It inspires me so much. Everything that I read in this book is like a profound thought that I want to put up on my wall. Not even kidding. I will revisit it and I will recommend it to every single person, or mostly women. Actually anyone can read it, but I don't know, it has just inspired me to connect to nature again and think about stuff from a non-privileged perspective. Attention wise, this needs 100% of your attention because it's not an easy read. I make a lot of notes in the margin. I try to retain as much as possible and it's still very hard to retain. 3 out of 5 is retention. Okay, Substack was a place where I felt seen and validated. Suddenly, because of the boom, I stopped scrolling on Substack. I did read this one essay. It's by Aurora's Hearsay. She's a lawyer. She wrote about the neuroscience of a woman's intuition. It just validated me. I was informed and validated. That's how I felt. Retention wise, again, it was an easy read. A 2. Retention, I remember a lot of it, but I don't, only because there was a lot of psychological medical terminologies. The next course is music, and you better believe I'm so excited. The first one is Chuck Timely, High Hopes 3000, High Role Models, Alter Ego, High Tuck, High Tucker. Can I say that? I wish I could be Sally in India. I really do. I was entertained. I love him. And will I replay? Yes, I have replayed it. Will I revisit it? The album, of course, whenever you put it out. Okay, the next one is The Great Divide by Noah Kahan. You have done it again. You have written such good songs with so much meaning. And your band, I'm in awe. Okay, I was introduced to your band this time around. I have replayed it, I have revisited the album, and I would 100% recommend it to people who like deeper meanings in songs. It's Noah Kahan, it's meant to make you cry. I love End of August a lot. I love Deny a lot. Willing and Able is up there. These have been on repeat. I love artists who can write beyond what they are feeling, like they can empathize with someone else and also write about that. I hope you win all the awards that you want to. I speak of him like we're buddies, but next one, surprisingly, is Jack Harlow, dude. My brother came to visit and he kept playing this, and I was hooked. I usually listen to it when I'm winding up my day, and I just love it. I love this album called Monica. It's very chill. I don't really pay attention to what's happening. I love the beats. I have replayed it, revisited it, hence it made on the list. Next up is OR3. You seem pretty sad for a girl so in love. That was so me. Not anymore. But the album is so good. Everything about it. I made a whole video about how she was so focused on physical art, physical media. Loved the whole album rollout. Everything about this album is so girly and nice and authentic to her. I was entertained. Was I inspired? I was inspired to take up art. I replayed it, I revisited every single day, and I recommend it. The next one is The Kings, Waterloo Sunset. I've been listening to this all the freaking time. I love old timey songs like this. I'm entertained. I'll replay, I do revisit, and I do recommend. I love finding old gems like this. YouTube, I'm going to spend a lot of time on. After that, I'm speedrunning this. Starting with the short film, The Perfect Egg. Loved it, extremely inspired. It was such a simple story. It kept you hooked. YouTube should have a separate slot for short films as well. And I would 100% recommend it. We have Mom in Progress. Dude, BuzzFeed was my literal childhood. I've been watching a lot of parenting content lately, and I love that Hannah now has Lenny and her family has grown so big, and it entertained me. I would revisit obviously whenever Mom in Progress is posted. Okay, so the next one, I'm going to read the title. It's by Samuel Fisher. It's The Artist Sees as God Does. Joshua Bassett posted this on his story, and I clicked on it, and thank God I clicked on it. It's a bunch of kids who go around filming and they help the homeless. In this particular video, they were helping the homeless. It's just one of those videos that makes you want to protect and serve your community more. They were talking to this deaf person through sign language, and it just made us day, and you could see it. It was so wholesome to watch, and I felt grateful after that. And guys, this is my hidden gem, okay? I'm so mad that I didn't know about this channel before this, but oh my god, thank you Jojo Siva. I'm very grateful to you to introduce to me Timmy's Takeout. Girl, I recommend this 100%. I revisit his channel and I'm so entertained. I need something to watch when I eat, which is such a bad habit. His humor resonates with me so much. I'm like laughing. I'm laughing at this man. Shouldn't do. You don't need to watch it when eating. Thoughts and extras. Queen, let's be friends. The next one is by Anais Law. It was moving to Paris to pursue art. I'm so glad I found her. It's a very slow, intentional vlog. Sometimes I just need that. I love her channel and now I'm a subscriber. Okay. I have gone through a lot of food content on YouTube, and I think I consume food content the most. Let Them Cook is a channel that came up very recently, and I think they're blowing up, and I love that for them. It's so beautifully filmed, color graded. They're eating, they're enjoying, they're cooking, they're enjoying the process of life. It's beautiful and it's so differentiated, and it's so hard to be differentiated. Okay, speedrun starts now. My 5th course is podcast. So the first one is basically Unfiltered and the Unfiltered by Zayn and Heath universe. I think the content that they're putting on Patreon is the content that YouTube deserves, and honestly, that's the type of content that was on YouTube way before. I love Zayn and Heath and their dynamic, and Todd, of course. He's amazing, Pretty Lonesome, Madeline RG, I'm sorry. I just want to be able to speak about my emotions and experiences as in depth as she does. I love her podcast. It's so raw. It's experiences of being a girl. 100% recommend. Brand safe. I just put this here because I was an avid listener of Cancelled, and then that ended. I was pretty sad, but I'm so happy for Tana. Just the fact that she has entered a new era. That's why I just wanted to support the podcast, and that's why I'm putting it here. It's not like I'm hooked to the podcast, but I'm just very proud of her. All of these were in the entertained category, and then Colin and Samir, I need clarity in my life with the whole content thing. And just in general, I've been listening to them speak about creators economy. Honestly, they were doing random stuff when I was watching them before, but I'm so glad I have them in this world. And I have subscribed to Publish Press as well. I just look forward to their podcast every single week. The sixth course is Reels in a real rabbit hole. There is this really nice trend of making carousel posts interactive. This artist, Siddhesh Tumre, has successfully figured out another way to make a carousel post interactive. I just love the vibe. It's very desi, it's very creative, it's very Mumbai, and I like it. The Texas Bee Company, is that what it is? Save the bees is what she says, and I love it. I think I watched all of her videos. I really did. That's the rabbit hole I fell into. And the last one is Emily. She makes practical brand logos, and it's very funny. I love her, and then brands send her PR, and again, very entertaining. My seventh and last course is Pinterest, one of my favorite platforms that the internet has come up with. Okay, clearly I can't tame my hair, and I don't know if I want to lose my curls forever. I'm really questioning it right now. I just wanted to do fun hairstyles, and so then I found edgy hairstyles, and this was one, and I love it. I'm so inspired. The second one is this style of art. I was inspired. I did make paintings with this style of art. I don't know who the artist is. The last one is this pin where the wrapping paper is basically bread, and then when you wrap something it looks like bread, and I'm obsessed. We need ideas like this, like tangible ideas to make customer experiences better. Okay, I'm done geeking out. Hope you enjoy the series and tell me what else I can do with this. Okay, bye.